Women of Reddit, what are your honest opinions on giving blowjobs? How much do you actually enjoy giving them? Weirdly enough, when I'm not getting laid, blowjobs are what I fantasize about the most. Even though I'm a girl, nothing better than looking into his eyes mid-deep throat and seeing a guy who looks like his soul is exiting his body. I really only give blowjobs to someone I know and trust. Not a one night stand thing for me, mostly just because I don't like guys eating me out unless I know them. I'm a bit weird about that. That's not to say I don't love giving blowjobs. It's really fun for me. I can honestly get off to them. I like the feel of a cock in my mouth. I like seeing his legs tremble and hearing him moan. If I'm really into it, I'll be taking as much as I can and completely be going after it. Not to mention the I really love giving blowjobs, but only when the other person communicates that they're enjoying it. Like if they're silent with a neutral look, I don't enjoy it. I know some people aren't talkers or make no sounds when they do stuff like that, but I'd like a little encouragement because I really do love giving them. I love how my husband reacts to it. His pleasure turns me on, but the act itself isn't something I'd seek out. If I'm allowed to take control, then yes. If the guy has his colossal werewolf hands clasped around the back of my head and thrusting into me like I'm a grapefruit, then no. Depends on my mood. Like if I'm feeling it, then I'm going hard, slobbing, deep throating, having a great time. If I'm not, then it's just like, ugh, my mouth is only so deep. Can you come already? My husband loves them obviously, so I enjoy it too. And it's something I got quite good at, so I take random pride in that too, lol. I enjoy it, but it depends on the guy and my mood. And typically more is foreplay. Smaller to average men are more enjoyable to have in my mouth. Also, it may be because he was uncircumcised, but my last boyfriend was much easier to get off with oral. My current boyfriend and other guys I've given blowjobs to needed a lot of suction at a steady rhythm for quite some time, which is really difficult and becomes painful after a while. Given that and the fact that it makes me mad horny, I enjoy starting with oral, but then I want to get fucked. I like giving them now because my significant other likes it. It also helps that I've given enough of them to be confident that I'm not doing a terrible job. I was never too keen on giving them in new relationships or during hookups because I was self-conscious about my skills and I find them extremely intimate. I would be more comfortable having sex with a guy before I would give him a blowjob. I didn't like it at all at first. It was just gross in my opinion. The smell, the taste, how much work it is. Then I got a new boyfriend. That's the point where I realized why I didn't like it. Wash your dick, guys. Now, I just love it. His facial expressions when I hit the right spot, the little moans that he tries to keep in, and his trembling legs. Nothing hotter than that. I generally like it. I think it depends on the guy's reaction and our communication though. If a dude starts ramming my hair down on his dick, no, I'm not having fun. For partners that communicate and tell me what they like and want and let me go for it, yeah, I'll do it all the time. I like it, especially the first part where it's all soft and squishy and you can fit the whole thing in your mouth and it's like pleasantly soft bubble gum. Then when you can feel it getting bigger and firmer and finally pop right out the mouth. Not a big fan of the end bit where you really have to buckle down and get results. Unless he's moaning, and oh god, if he's moaning and encouraging you and you are to ether on this project, holy fuck, that's magical. I used to be enthusiastic about giving them, but I don't know what happened. Now I can't go for very long without my neck cramping and my jaw locking up. It's so painful. I'm generally not a fan. It makes my eyes water and my nose run. Sometimes it tastes kind of bad. I generally start gagging and feel like I'm going to throw up after a bit. I'm most down to do it when I'm drunk, but that's also when the fear of throwing up is the worst. That said, I'll reciprocate, and I'll even initiate blowjobs sometimes, especially when drunk. But the only thing I like about giving them is the reaction from the guy. It's like cooking. Sometimes I really enjoy putting in the effort and will go the extra mile. Maybe spice things up with a lime or two. But other days it's like, fuck bro, just do it yourself. There's pizza in the freezer. I don't enjoy giving them. The first person I was sexually active with would push my head down and tell me to go down on him. I was new to sex, had never done it before, was really nervous I would mess it up, and was just generally uncomfortable with it. Feeling forced to perform was super stressful for me. I think that shaped my view on them and I haven't been able to enjoy giving them since. My husband understands and is okay with it, thankfully. Don't like it, but it's not because I think it's gross or something. I would love to be able to do that for my boyfriend, but my mouth is just entirely too fucking small. It hurts my jaw pretty bad after a literal minute because I just can't comfortably fit it in, which makes it twice as hard to keep my teeth off of it. He says he doesn't like it anyways, but that's probably largely because of the incompatibility between his dick size and my mouth size, considering I'm the only person he's ever done anything with to form that opinion. I think I'd like it a lot more if it didn't hurt, though, and he'd probably like it more too, I'd imagine. I do however know that even if it did fit I could never swallow. The texture of the stuff is just so off to me and I have a thing W certain textures making me vomit. The older I've got, the more I enjoy giving head. The look on the man's face, eye contact when blowing him, the trembling legs. I love playing and teasing the cock with my tongue and mouth. Maybe running my tongue down the shaft of the cock. Maybe suck or to the balls. Running my tongue back towards the tip. A little bite of the thigh just before I place my whole mouth around his dick. Use your tongue. Make sure you suck the tip of the head and use your tongue, and hearing him moan. Remember to use your hand at the base of the cock if you can't get the whole thing in. I find great joy in giving head. I don't enjoy them at all. I do it because I know he likes it, and in return for him going down on me, I don't find it absolutely repulsive or anything, but it isn't my cup of tea. Get ready for the top commenters to have their accounts infiltrated by a ton of lonely redditors trying to catch a glimpse of these sloppy knob slobbers. I don't mind doing it, I'm just not sure if I'm good at it. Edit. Is there a better way to reply to all who commented? Anyway, thanks everybody. After reading your replies, I guess I'm just not confident in my abilities. I never had a guy complaint or rush anything, but I kinda thought they were just being nice. Because honestly I don't trust the opinion guys are easy to please. Everybody is different and when I'm dealing with intimacy I rather not generalize. I love that shit. It's one of my favorite things to do, honestly. It makes him feel good and that turns me on even more. Plus, it's just hot in my opinion. We swallow in this house. I enjoy pleasing my partner. I like having that control over his pleasure, but the act itself I seriously dislike. I hate gagging. I hate having it in my mouth. And I hate how much hard work it is. Controlling gag reflexes, tongue placement, use of lips, pace and rhythm, the taste, the texture, the messiness, trying to breathe, strain on the jaw, and constantly reminding myself to watch the teeth. Insert cliche SATC quote here. Honey, they don't call it a job for nothing. It's okay. It's not my favorite thing. The gagging is a bit shit, but I never minded it. But it definitely is more fun when the guy is able to do both. Orgasm from a blowjob and then get hard again afterwards for sex. Unfortunately a lot of guys when they get older, it's one or the other. It's not so much fun if after the blowjob that's the end of proceedings. Lot of 21-year-old guys reading this think it'll never happen to them cause right now that thing bounces back like a wobble toy. But son, I got news for you. I don't really enjoy it at all, but my boyfriend likes it, so I'll scoot on down and give it my best with a smile. I'm not confident in my skills. For example, I can't do the deep throat thing that he really likes, but I try. I also know I'm not gonna get mine if I go down on him, because he doesn't last very long after that, and I've never managed to make him finish that way either. But it's part of the give and take of a healthy relationship. I get to have multiple orgasms on the regular. I can forfeit mine every so often to make him happy. As a gay man, I've learned two things reading these comments. 1. Straight women like sucking dick more than us gays usually give them credit for. However, the main complaint seems to be tired jaws. A tip for this is to focus less on creating tons of suction and more on using your tongue, as it's both less tiring and tends to be what most men like more anyway. 2. Straight men need to get better at washing their dicks to get more blowjobs. I'm a somewhat late bloomer lesbian, but before I figured that out I gave one once. I think it was a very bad time for both of us. Sorry Andrew, wherever you are. Nope, don't like it. I have an awful gag reflex. Me heaving and choking while attempting it isn't attractive. Luckily my husband doesn't mind and doesn't ask for one. Haha, editing. Okay, not ask for one necessarily. He's just told me he knows I'm not into it and it's not an issue. There are plenty of ways I can give him pleasure that don't involve me sucking him like a lollipop. Editing again. This isn't something that I just randomly decided. We have actually talked about it and he genuinely is okay with me not giving him head. He isn't that enamored with oral anyway. Okay, so can I stop getting advice on how to give head now? I don't want to do it. He doesn't like it. I don't mind giving them. I have a tongue ring and I'm really quite good at them. But husband refuses to go down on me, so I don't see why I should anymore. Pretty depressing. I don't like doing it anymore since jizz tastes like battery acid and dicks smell nasty sometimes. Also seeing cum kinda makes me want to gag. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video please leave a like down below and we'll see you in the next one.